from this point here, I want to measure up this length here. So I'm going to take a circle from here all the way to here. Right? And I'm going to move this guy from the center point here to right here. So that my line, my line that I draw from here to here, this is now the true length of this line and this line. How do I know it's true length? It's got the same height, right? Same height as this guy here. I'm looking for how far is it from this point here, how far this way does it go? So then I take that measurement, put it here, and measure how far this way does it go. And then when I draw my line from here, that develops the true length of that line. This is a different way of rotating around the true length line. What do we do here? I just took this measurement from here to here, and I rotated it down to here. So here's the reality. Let's do this. This is what if I run my circle from here to here, all I'm doing is rotating this line here down to this point here, right? This would, if I rotate this guy down to this point here, that would force it in true length in this view down here, right? So I could draw my line from here all the way up to here, right? Does that make sense? That would be true length. If I rotate this position down to here and then carry it straight down, it's just I'm doing it the other way, so I'm not running across all my lines. See how this circle, from this circle here, goes this way as far as it does this way? So that's got to be its true length. Okay? Now the deal is I want to find, since I know the true length, but I don't know what angle it's going to go at, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a circle that equals that true length line. And I'm going to move it from the center point of here and put it here. And I know that true length line is going to end from up here. It's going to end somewhere along this path. I just don't know what angle it's going to take. But I do know that's the distance that it has to be. Okay. Let's get rid of all this stuff here now. Get rid of that guy. I don't need that. I'm going to do the same thing to this other side here. I'm going to take a circle from end point here to end point here. I'm going to move that circle from here down to here. That means my true length line runs from this end point here all the way up to here. There's my true length line that equals this guy here if it were rotated down on the here. Take us on a circle that equals this true length. And I move it from the center point here to this edge here. Now there's only one point that these two true lengths meet each other. From here to the intersection, back to here. Okay? That means this shape right here is the true size and shape of these three lines right here. Okay? Now as I go around, I have to start finding out, I know the true length. Let's get rid of this and this, I don't need these anymore. This, that.
Going too fast, Terry.
What's that?
Going too fast.
I'm just cleaning stuff up, getting rid of stuff I don't need. All right. Now I know the true length of these three lines right here, right? That's what I've got over here, true size and shape of that thing. I'm going to look at each one of these as small triangles of flat areas, and I want to develop the true size and shape. I know the true size and shape of this line, right?
Yep.
It's already down there. So now I need to find the true size and shape of this line, and I need to find the true distance or true length of this area up here. To do this area up here, what I'm going to do is go, this is the line, I know this true length. I'm going to use a circle from here to here, and I know it's not really true length, but it's going to be close enough. A true length would be a straight line from here to here, but that's not the true shape of this because it actually arcs. Does that make sense? So I know that this isn't right, but it's going to be close enough for what I need. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to move this circle from this point to, where does it go here?
Top eight, right?
With the top.
It's going to go to this top guy up here, because this is the true length line that I was working from. Now what I need to do is from here find the true length of that other line, and wherever it meets this line here is going to be that second shape. So I'm going to go create a circle from here to here. I'm going to move that from here down to here. Draw a line from here to here. And I don't really need to draw this line. This is just the true length line. I really need to do what here?
Circle.
Create a circle that equals the length of that true length line. The radius equals the length. Then I can move that from the center point of here over to here. And wherever those guys intersect, that allows me to have a true length line that is equal to the other true length line, but is this distance away from it. Make sense? Okay. So now let's get rid of this. Now I do what with this? You can just move this to the other end point, because every one of these points here is going to be this equal distance away. Does that make sense? Because I equally divided that circle up here into 12. Whether I do the circle from here to here, or here to here, or here to here, they're all the same size because I equally divided the circle into 12 segments. Does that make sense? They don't have to keep remeasuring this distance. It's going to remain the same. Now, this part that I built right here, that I took this measurement from here to here, this one and this one here end up being exactly the same, don't they? So now all I have to do is what? Take another circle, move it from the point here to here. See, in reality, I could, instead of erasing this and getting another one, since I knew those two inner ones were going to be the same size, when I created this line, I could have just kept it there because I knew the next one was the same size. Moved it from here to here, and then drawn my next line from here to the intersection of there. And there's two of those guys. Oops, that's not the one I wanted to put up. That's the one. Then I can move this guy from there to there. Now this next one, since I'm looking at it vertically, it's going to be what? From here up to here, which also, notice it's not quite the same as the one to the side here. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So I couldn't just use this one and double it up. It's a little different. These two guys here were the same. This one here ends up being a little bit different, so I take this guy, I don't need that, don't need that. Here's the problem, is making sure you get rid of the stuff you don't need. Move this guy from here down to here. Now I create a line. I don't need the line, but I'll do it anyway. What I really need is a circle that goes from here to here. And I can move that circle and point here to and point here. myself a line from here, and it can go straight through the circle. The important thing is that the distance from the end point of this line to the end point of this line are the same. It doesn't have to be outside of that circle. Does that make sense? Just the distance between these two guys have to be the same as they are here, same as they are here. Okay? All right. So there's that guy there. I can get rid of this guy here. I'm gonna move this guy out of the way for now. So now I've got one of my corners done. What do I need next?
The sides.
I need this true length line. I know that's true length here because what is it here? What is this line in this view? Just an endpoint, right?
Mm-hmm.
So since it's an endpoint here, I know that it's true length here. The problem is I don't know, I'm going to draw a circle from here out to here. Because while I know what the size is, once again, I do not know what the angle is. I know that it's going to start from here and it's going to go out somewhere along here, right? So where do I have to go to find the other side? I have to mark it from another point. Where's that point going to be?
From the corner of the top portion.
Since I now know this point right here, I have to find the true length of this guy going back this way. And wherever this true length circle and this true length circle meet is the point. Do I have to figure out what the true length of this line is?
No, you already have it.
I already have it because it's going to be the same as that. Does that make sense? If they weren't the same, then I'd have to figure it out. But I know that they're the same. So I'm going to come back here and say that the true length of this, I'm going to start with a circle measuring not from here up to here because they would never meet, right? They never meet. I want to be measuring from here down to here, so let's get rid of this. I want a circle that measures from here down to here, and wherever this line and this line meet, and I can bring that back. There's my triangle. And I can get rid of these two. Now, the nice thing that I know about this corner is what relative to this corner? This whole shape in this corner is going to be the same going this way as it is going this way, right?
Yeah.
So I can mirror all of this stuff here to the midpoint of there. Now I've got this other point up in here already. Does that make sense? You okay there, Brian? I know, it's boring, isn't it? Okay, so now I've got this back done. I've got the true size and shape of this corner, of this triangle, this corner, this triangle, this corner, and this triangle here. What I need is this corner and then this triangle, and then I can mirror off this other corner up here, right? So what I've got to do is find out a way to start figuring these out. I've already got the true length of this line and this line. Let's take this guy and move him from here. We're going to move him to here. Because all of those shapes are going to remain the same. Now what I need to know is the true length, not of this line, but of this line here. So I draw a circle from here to here. By the way, notice this other one here won't quite work the same way. This is back in. Makes you wonder if that back is accurate. Actually, it was off. I just slid it up. I shouldn't have done that. Okay. Everybody see that? That I did? I did it wrong in that I assumed that the length of this guy was the same as this guy, and they're off by a little bit, which means my shape now is actually going to be off by a little bit. Does that make sense? So you can't just mirror across